March 22nd, 2025, West City. Goku touches down after saving Earth from yet another universal threat, waving goodbye to Vegeta as Bulma's hovercar disappears over the horizon. Chi-Chi is already yelling about dinner being cold. Goten wants to spar. It's just another Tuesday for the man who's defeated gods, emperors, and androids. But let's change one thing. During Goku's latest battle, a stray ki blast accidentally vaporizes a U.S. military satellite along with 3 others in the debris chain. The Pentagon traces the energy signature. They don't see a hero. They see an uncontrollable alien weapon of mass destruction who just cost them $4 billion in hardware. The president issues an executive order. Neutralize the threat. So what happens when the Earth's mightiest Saiyan faces off against the world's most advanced military? 8 a.m. Somewhere over the Pacific, Goku is flying toward Hawaii because Krillin mentioned they have great shaved ice. He senses the approaching fighter jets before his eyes even spot them. 6 F-35 Lightning IIs out of Joint Base Pearl Harbor, each carrying AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles. Goku waves at the pilots, completely oblivious to the threat. Their response is 6 missiles locked and fired. Each AMRAAM carries a 40-pound warhead that detonates in a cloud of ton-sting shrapnel moving at hypersonic speeds. Against any human target, this is instant death. Against Goku, well, let's just say that back in Dragon Ball, the original series, when he was a child, Goku took a bullet to the forehead and it just gave him a small bump. He's roughly a few trillion times stronger now. Goku doesn't dodge. He doesn't even power up. The missiles detonate against his chest in a chain of explosions, and when the smoke clears, he's brushing soot off his gi, looking more confused than concerned. 8:15 a.m. The F-35s engage with their M61 Vulcan cannons, 20mm rounds at 6,000 per minute, each bullet carrying roughly 50,000 joules. The pilots empty their entire ammunition stores. 3,000 rounds turn the sky into a wall of lead and fire. Goku yawns. In the Saiyan saga, which is considered the weak part of Z, Vegeta's Gallic gun had enough power to destroy Earth. Goku matched it with a Kami Kamehameha, and we're talking about energies in the yotta-joule range, roughly the gravitational binding energy of a planet. The entire U.S. ammunition stockpile across all branches is a rounding error compared to attacks Goku was tanking decades ago in-universe. Goku phases behind each jet faster than the pilots can track, gently taps their fuel lines with 2 fingers, and watches them sputter out. The pilots eject safely as their aircraft glide toward the ocean. He actually looks a little guilty about it. 9 a.m. Hawaii goes DEFCON 2. Goku lands on Waikiki Beach looking for that shaved ice stand when M1 Abrams tanks roll onto the sand. Their 120mm cannons track him as infantry squads take position with Javelin anti-tank missiles. The lead tank fires a sabot round, a tungsten penetrator moving at Mach 5 with 12 megajoules of kinetic energy, enough to punch through any armored vehicle on Earth. Goku catches it. Just catches it in his palm, still hot from the barrel. He looks at it curiously, like a kid examining a weird bug. In the Cell saga, the U.S. military actually did try to fight Cell with tanks and missiles. Cell stood there looking annoyed while they tickled him, and Goku was stronger than Cell by the end of that arc. Goku flicks the tungsten dart into the ocean where it skips 17 times before sinking. He seems genuinely impressed by the tank's technology. The Javelins launch. Top attack missiles designed to hit tanks where their armor is weakest, each carrying a tandem warhead that generates a copper jet at 25,000 feet per second. 8 missiles converge on Goku from multiple angles. He doesn't move. The explosions engulf him completely. Tourists are screaming, running for cover. When the fire clears, Goku is patting out a small flame on his boot. Chi-Chi just fixed those, and he knows he's going to hear about it later. 10 a.m. The Pentagon authorizes strategic assets. B-2 Spirit bombers are already en route carrying GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators, 30,000-pound bunker busters designed to tunnel through 200 feet of reinforced concrete. Each one carries 5,300 pounds of explosives, delivering roughly 11 tons of TNT equivalent. The first MOP drops from 40,000 feet, accelerating past the speed of sound before impact. The explosion creates a mushroom cloud visible from Maui, a shockwave that shatters windows across Honolulu. Goku stands at ground zero, arms crossed, looking genuinely curious now. That one was actually pretty strong, for Earth weapons anyway. Here's some perspective. During the Tournament of Power, Goku's clash with Jiren and Ultra Instinct shook the infinite void of the World of Void, a dimension with no matter, no energy, nothing to conduct force. They were generating shockwaves through literal nothingness. The MOP's 11 tons of TNT registers as approximately 0 on that scale. 11 a.m. Emergency session in the Situation Room. The president stares at satellite footage of a single man standing in a crater where a beach used to be, completely unharmed. The Joint Chiefs have exhausted every conventional option. They have one card left to play. The USS Nebraska, an Ohio-class submarine in the Pacific, surfaces to launch depth. In its tubes, Trident II D5 missiles carrying W-88 thermonuclear warheads. Total yield if they launch the full payload, over 80 megatons. That's more than the largest bomb ever detonated in human history. Let's do the math. In Dragon Ball Super, Goku and Beerus's clash threatened to destroy the entire universe, a structure containing roughly 10 to the 53 joules of energy. An 80 megaton nuclear payload releases about 3.3 times 10 to the 17th joules. The difference is roughly 36 orders of magnitude. That's like comparing a flashlight to every star in the observable universe combined. But here's the thing. Goku senses the submarine's crew powering up the launch sequence. He instant transmissions aboard, teleporting through dimensions by locking onto their life energy, and appears in the control room with a confused smile. The crew freezes. Goku has no idea what any of these buttons do. He just knows something big was about to happen and figured he should check it out. 12 p.m. The president calls off the strike, not because they realized nukes wouldn't work, though they wouldn't, but because Goku literally teleported onto their submarine and is now wandering around the galley looking for snacks. Within an hour, Goku is sitting in the Pentagon cafeteria eating his 7th cheeseburger while Bulma video calls in to apologize for the satellite incident and offer Capsule Corp replacements. The generals are still trying to process that this cheerful man in an orange gi could, if he wanted to, sneeze the planet out of existence. Final assessment, the US military versus Goku isn't a fight. It isn't even a mismatch. It's like an ant colony declaring war on the sun. Even if Goku stood perfectly still and let them hit him with everything, every bullet, bomb, missile, and nuclear warhead in the entire arsenal simultaneously, he wouldn't notice. His base form tanked universal level attacks. He has multiple transformation states beyond that, each one multiplying his power exponentially. The only reason humanity survives this scenario is because Goku is genuinely one of the nicest guys in fiction. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He just wants to train, fight strong opponents, and eat. Earth's best defense against Goku isn't weapons. It's a well-stocked buffet and a sparring partner who can last more than 2 seconds. That's all I had. If you want to see what happens when Saitama fights the entire US military, click the video on screen now. Thanks for watching.